vote for this. I demand that you show yourself. Who are you?
Excuse me, I'm looking for a Tarantino movie. Can you help me?
We're watching cartoons right now.
Where am I? Isn't this Blockbuster Video?
I guess.
Excuse me, can I...
Look, if you're not gonna rent anything, just get out of my store!
Oh my God! They killed Kenny!
Now that's more like it. This is Blockbuster. Look how clean it is. What a great way to make a good first impression.
Hi, how are you doing today?
Oh, great, thanks. Well, I'm a properly greeted, happy customer. This whole customer service thing, it's as easy as that. Here, let me show you what I mean.
Enjoy your movies.
Thanks.
Oh, and they're not due back until Wednesday before midnight.
Great. Thank you. See you later.
Thanks for coming in.
Okay. The customer was thanked. He was reminded of his due date. The associate was very friendly. It's a perfect world, right? Wrong. As good as that was, it could have been better. Here, watch.
Hey, Pulp Fiction. That one's gonna be a classic. You know it's Travolta's big comeback?
Yeah, but Samuel L. Jackson stole the show.
Yeah, he was also really good in Sphere. You know we have a preview copy left. It's only $12.99.
Maybe next time.
Okay. Well, they're not due back until Wednesday before midnight.
Thanks.
Thanks for coming in.
Okay, sports fans, let's take a look at this on the instant replay. Now, do you see the difference? He did everything that he did the first time, but he also commented on the customer's selection.
Hey, Pulp Fiction. That one's gonna be a classic. You know it's Travolta's big comeback?
Great. Then he suggests a complimentary item. The whole thing only takes a few seconds longer.
Yeah, but Samuel L. Jackson stole the show.
Yeah, he was also really good in Sphere. You know we have a preview copy left. It's only $12.99.
It's just that easy to provide superior customer service at the checkout. That's the Blockbuster standard. And that's the difference. You know, most of the time you guys provide excellent customer service. You're friendly and you thank the customer for shopping here. You know, all the basic stuff. But if you really want to make the customer happy, you got to do a little bit extra. It's like the difference between making an acquaintance and making a friend. You make an acquaintance, you say, "Hi, how you doing? Nice to meet you. See you later." Basic politeness. But if you want to make friends, you have to do a little bit extra. You got to find out their likes and their dislikes. You gotta let them know how to get a hold of you if they need anything. You have to check in with them every once in a while to see how they're doing. All of that will let them know that you're a friend that they can count on. You talk to them. It's basically the same thing with customer service.
Hi, I'm Holly. You know, you look really familiar.
Oh, I'm just your standard run-of-the-mill Blockbuster customer. Hey, Holly, tell me something. How hard is it to provide really good customer service?
Well, we have a lot we have to do in the store. Cleaning and running tapes and merchandising.
Okay. That sounds like a lot to do, but how hard is it really?
Well, not that hard. And, well, we do a pretty good job around here.
Oh, so you know what kind of service the customer expects, right?
Right. They want to be acknowledged. They want their questions answered while they're shopping. They want a fast checkout. And they basically want you to just be friendly and talk to them.
You know, I kind of like the store to look good, clean, well organized, that sort of thing.
Exactly, which is why maintenance is a big part of our day. A clean store makes a good first impression. The same way as if you'd clean your house if you were having friends over.
If I had any friends. Why don't you walk me through the store? Tell me what people might expect on their visit here. Tell me what the Blockbuster service standards are.
Sure, let's start at the front.
Okay. Well, what do you think?
Not bad. It's clean, it's straightened.
Yeah. Well, this is easy. You've made a good impression on the customer. They aren't even in the store yet.
Now let's head inside.
Okay.
Hey, how's it going today?
Great. Thanks.
Now see that? She was busy and she still made time to acknowledge us.
That's just what I'm talking about. That little bit of extra effort. That is the difference.
Find anything interesting?
Charlton Heston.
Silent breed is...
Told him where he could find you, right?
Well, it's not always that easy. Take this morning, for example. Do you remember who's in that one?
I think it's that French guy, the bird.
Oh, I know
Hey,
which.
do you have those X-Files episodes on video?
I sure do. They should be right up near the front over there. If you'll give me just a moment, I'll be right with you.
Okay, great, thanks.
Sorry about
That's
that.
okay.
I know which one you're talking about. Let's go this way.
Well, that was tough, but still not all that hard. The blockbuster standard is that you let the customer know why you can't help them right away, and then try and let them know how long it will be until you can help them, right?
Right. It's not brain surgery. Sometimes you just have to learn to juggle things to make sure you help everybody.
Yeah, but, well, here's a hard one. Suppose you're working on this end cap here, and then all of a sudden one of the CSRs up front says that they need some help. And then somebody walks in the door and starts heading for drama. Now, you're not going to have time to acknowledge that person.
Well, what if all that's going on and Uma Thurman and Leonardo DiCaprio walk in the door?
I'm poison.
You'd make time to check that out, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think I would probably make time to check that out. Okay, you got me. What you're saying is that it's not all about time. It's about caring about each customer that comes in the store. You know, I've heard all this training stuff about asking open-ended questions. You know, the kind where the customer can't answer with just a simple yes or no. How do you manage to do that all the time?
You don't.
You don't.
You don't. Customers learned that game a long time ago. They just want to know you're around if they need you.
Oh. So what you're saying is that if a customer has a question, they'll ask you, if you're taking the time to talk to them.
Right. Say you were at a party and there was somebody you wanted to meet. Would you waste time thinking up fancy open-ended questions to ask them?
No way. I'd just swagger up and say, hey, how you doing?
Well, it's the same with our customers, only with a blockbuster twist.
How you doing?
Great, thanks.
Do you have your card on you?
Yes, I do. I've got this one. It's from a different store. I've just moved here.
That's fine. Blockbuster cards work everywhere, so it'll take about 25 seconds to download you from wherever the store you've been from prior to this one.
Okay, great.
There you go. So you're into Spike Lee.
Yeah, I really like him.
Have you seen his movie Crooklyn?
No, I haven't seen that one yet.
It's a very good movie. It's in our drama section, so next time you come in and try to rent it, just ask whoever's here and they'll be glad to pull it off for you.
I'll do that.
Okay, did you see that move? Instead of just standing there, he looks at the tape and he says,
So you're into Spike Lee?
Yeah, I really like him.
and then he starts to engage the customer in a little bit of movie
It's
talk,
a very good movie. It's
just
in our
like you
drama
might do with a
section, so next
friend.
time you come in and try to rent it,
That's the
just ask
difference.
whoever's here and they'll be glad to pull it off.
Okay, what's next?
We tell our members about promotions.
Huh. Well, tell me about the promotions.
Well, it's not quite that simple. You see, nothing stays the same around here for long. It could be lower rental prices, 2-for-1 rentals, free kids rentals, even the 5-evening Blockbuster favorites.
How come you have so many different prices here?
Well, that's due to competition in certain market areas. You see, the customers come in, they get a better deal, they go home happy. We even do special featured end caps and premiums. So all we have to do is ask the manager what the specials are and let our members know.
Great. That was something about product knowledge. I thought we were talking about customer service.
Well, you can't help your customer if you don't know your product.
Oh. Well, how do you find that stuff out?
Well, do you like movies?
Oh, yeah. I especially like Charlton Heston movies. And the occasional Fred Astaire.
Okay. Well, our CSRs like movies too. I mean, that's why they work here. If you don't like movies, you may as well be flipping burgers.
Some of my best friends flip burgers.
And you know what they call a quarter pounder with cheese in Paris?
I'm sure they do. But because we like movies, we try to learn as much about them as possible. We read cover boxes, Entertainment Weekly, the arts section of the local newspaper, stuff like that.
I guess you could talk to other CSRs about movies too. I mean, after all, you do get to rent your movies for free. You should probably get stuff that you haven't seen or that you wouldn't normally watch. You got nothing to lose, you might like it.
But most of all, we talk to our members about movies. Makes our job more interesting. Because we get to talk about something we enjoy. And occasionally, we even learn a thing or two.
Hey, what's the big hold up here, huh?
It'll be just a second. We need another register open. I've called somebody up. It'll be just a second.
I don't have just a second. I want to get my movies and I want to get out of here.
Yeah, I'm about to miss Jerry Springer. What's the problem here?
It'll be just a second, and I'll have another register open.
Okay, she's apologized to the customers. She's got another register opening up. What else can she do? Talk to the customer.
Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. I don't think I've ever seen this one.
Yeah, it's kind of corny, but my wife likes it, and, well, it's a little bit of a guilty pleasure for me.
Well, do me a favor, and when you bring it back, let me know what you thought. You've got my curiosity up.
Be happy to.
I'll have him right over here for you.
Okay. She's done a couple of things here. She talked to the customer. The customer likes that. Also, she's increased her product knowledge a little bit. That's the Blockbuster standard. That's the difference. Hi there.
Hi.
There you go.
Thank you. Just a second.
What? She's doing more than one thing at once. She's answering the phone. She's processing my purchase. Very talented.
There's your card back. And
Thanks.
648 out of 10. Makes $3.52 your change.
Thanks.
There you go. And I'll set these over on the side for you.
Great. Okay, this is a training film and not real life. And we make it all look pretty easy here. But take a look at some footage from one of our store's surveillance cameras on a busy evening. Do you see that? CSRs talking to people, making them feel welcome, taking an interest in the movies that interest them. It's simple stuff, really, but powerful. And that's what makes
Yeah, but Samuel L. Jackson stole the show.
Hey, he was also really good in Sphere, too.
Still rolling.
Oh, okay.
it's kind of like the difference between having the phone ring at a very inopportune time and...
Oh, I know.
Hey, do you have that, those new X-File,
Episode.
If you really want to welcoming. What a great way to make a good first impression. Look at that car. It's clean. Everybody likes it here.
Hi, I'm Brandy Little, and I'll be taking you through the Blockbuster Customer Service Program. In the last few years, the retail business has become increasingly competitive. More and more retailers have been struggling just to stay alive. The survivors follow a simple formula: listening to their customers and meeting their expectations. That's not a formula for success. That's a formula for survival. Some retailers, however, not only survive, but thrive. These businesses listen to their customers, but then they take what they learn one important step further. Instead of simply trying to meet their customers' expectations, they attempt to exceed them. Their goal is to build and maintain strong customer loyalty, to attract new customers and keep our existing ones. Our goal at Blockbuster is not just to satisfy customers, but to delight them. This customer service program is designed to equip you with the skills necessary to consistently exceed customer expectations. For those of you new to retail, this program provides a great introduction to Blockbuster's approach to service. For those of you with solid retail experience, well, this program gives you the chance to brush up on old skills and learn some new ones. Like most things in life, you'll get out of this program what you put into it. Your active participation will make it a worthwhile experience not only for you, but also for others in the store. Your commitment to apply what you've learned to your everyday interactions will help you get results that far exceed what you thought was possible. In doing so, you'll earn the trust from your customers, respect from your peers, recognition from your managers, and a sense of pride that comes from being the best. Sometimes, even with the best intentions, our efforts fall short of exceeding customer expectations. At other times, our efforts don't even meet their minimal expectations. These situations are referred to as pitfalls. Watch now as CSRs demonstrate 4 pitfalls to avoid. After each pitfall, stop the tape and answer the workbook questions before moving on to the next pitfall.
Excuse me, what do you know about this movie?
Nothing. Haven't seen it. Sorry.
Welcome to the jungle. Join Tarzan on a thrilling, action-packed adventure as he swings from tree.
What do you mean I returned my last video late? That was the day that ice storm came through. I couldn't even get out my driveway.
Computer says it was late. I'm sorry, that's the policy.
Thank you.
Next. Hello?
Start thinking about your future. Thinking about yours. In a war to the finish. Omar Epps, LL Cool J.
Hey, gonna rent Arlington Road, I see? Great story, but bummer ending.
I wouldn't know. I haven't seen it.
Customer, you tell them with your words and actions that they are your top priority, above all other tasks and assignments. Focusing on the customer benefits both you and customers. When you focus on customers, you develop trust, send a clear message that you want to help make customers feel that they've been treated like individuals, and prevent or relieve stressful situations. Service principle number 1 includes 3 skills called guideposts. Guidepost number 1 is listen effectively. Guidepost number 2 is act promptly. Guidepost number 3 is ask for feedback. The first guidepost, listen effectively. Listening effectively lets customers know that you've understood, really understood what they've said. As a result of listening effectively, customers feel good about you in the store, stressful situations can become less difficult, and positive interactions can be made even better. You will now watch 2 video examples of CSRs as they listen effectively to customers. Each video example has 2 parts. In video example 1A, the customer makes a comment or expresses a concern, but the CSR misses the opportunity to listen effectively. Stop the tape after video example 1A and answer the questions in your workbook before going on to video example 1B.
I've heard this is a great workout video, but I haven't actually seen it. I don't know if it's the right one for me. I mean, I don't want to be stuck buying it and then watch it once or twice and then file it away forever.
Don't worry about that happening with this one. It's very popular.
In video example 1B, the customer again makes a comment or expresses a concern, but this time the CSR does listen effectively. After watching video example 1B, stop the tape and jot down your answers to the questions in the workbook before going on to video example 2.
I've heard this was a great workout video, but I haven't actually seen it. I don't know if it's the right one for me. I mean, I don't want to be stuck buying it and then watch it once or twice and then file it away forever.
You want to be sure that this tape is the right one for you before purchasing it.
Exactly.
My boyfriend's birthday's coming up, and he loves movies. Problem is, he's so particular. He'll never tell me if I've got the wrong one. I mean, if I get him a movie, he'll tell me it's perfect, even if he hates it. You know what I mean?
How about getting him a video game instead?
My boyfriend's birthday's coming up, and he loves movies. Problem is, he's so particular. He'll never tell me if I've got the wrong one. I mean, if I get him a movie, he'll tell me that he thinks it's perfect, even if he hates it. You know what I mean?
You want to get him something he'll really enjoy, right? Something he might even get for himself.
Right.
By acting promptly, you demonstrate a sense of urgency that lets customers know that their needs are important. Acting promptly means acknowledging the customer's presence immediately and stopping any non-customer related activities. You will now have a chance to watch 2 video examples of CSRs as they act promptly with customers. Each video example has 2 parts. In video example 1A, the CSR misses the opportunity to act promptly. Stop the tape after video. In video example 1B, the CSR does act promptly. After watching video example 1B, stop the tape and jot down your answers to the workbook questions before going on to video example 2. Again, stop the tape after the first example and answer the workbook questions before going on to the next.
Both of those are great movies.
Oh, I know. I've been wanting to see both of them, but I only have time to watch one over the weekend.
You know, one of those movies is a 5-day rental. You can watch one movie over the weekend and watch the other one later in the week.
Great. Thanks.
How are you today?
Late for dinner. Thought I'd pick up a video on the way home, but it looks like everyone else had the same idea.
Did you have a specific video in mind?
Yeah. Pulp Fiction. Tarantino rules.
You got that right. I just saw it on the shelf a few minutes ago. You're in a hurry, I'll tell you what. Just get online, I'll go grab the video and bring it over to you. That'll buy you a few extra minutes. How does that sound?
Sounds great.
Okay.
To exceed expectations, it's important not only to listen, but also to ask customers how Blockbuster can improve or keep doing the right thing. Asking for feedback makes customers feel that their opinions and ideas are valued. Here are 2 video examples of CSRs asking customers for feedback. Each video example has 2 parts. In video example 1A, the CSR misses the opportunity to ask for feedback.
I'm returning this video.
Thanks very much.
In video example 1B, the CSR does ask for feedback.
I'm returning this video.
Great, how'd you like it?
Oh, it was great. De Niro is such a good actor.
Did you see him in Ronin?
No.
Excellent action, and De Niro's awesome. I just saw it on the shelf. Would you like to check it out?
Yes, but I don't have much time. Where is it?
It's over in Action. Let me get someone to help you.
Oh, thanks.
Hello? How's it going, Mr. Lopez? Been enjoying your free rentals?
Yes, I have. It's a great program.
What program is that? How do you get free rentals?
That's the Blockbuster Rewards program. Let me finish up with Mr. Lopez here, and I'll tell you all about it.
Okay, sounds good.
Being a customer service champion means taking personal responsibility for ensuring that the customer receives the best possible service from Blockbuster. This may mean going to the extra mile for a customer. Here are 2 video examples of CSRs demonstrating ways to be a customer service champion. Each video example has 2 parts. In video example 1A, the CSR misses an opportunity to be a customer service champion.
Hi, I'm looking for a film called Last Holiday with Alec Guinness.
Sorry, we don't carry that one.
Okay, thanks for checking.
No problem.
In video example 1B, the CSR is a customer service champion.
Hi, I'm looking for a film called Last Holiday with Alec Guinness.
We don't stock that one here, but we do have some other great Alec Guinness movies. Have you ever seen The Lavender Hill Mob?
Yeah, actually that's one of my favorites. But I really had my heart set on Last Holiday.
You know, maybe we can find a copy from one of the other stores. Do you want me to go ahead and call them for you?
Yeah, that would be great, thank you.
My pleasure. Let me get some information from you so I can let you know where to find it, or do you want to wait for me to check for you?
Fine, I'll wait.
「 Blockbuster スタート」 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 Blockbuster
Hi, I'm Jeff. You look like you could use some help.
Yeah, hi. My wife sent me in for a movie, and I can't remember the name.
Ew, that's tough. Good luck.
Thanks.
Hi, I'm Jeff. You look like you could use some help.
Yeah, hi. My wife sent me in for a movie, and I can't remember the name.
Okay, what kind of movie is it? Action, romance, comedy?
It's a comedy.
Okay, do you know who's in it?
I'm drawing a blank. I can't remember her name.
Okay, have you seen her in any other films?
Yeah, we saw her in that movie. It's about email.
Oh, you mean You've Got Mail?
Yeah, that's it.
That'd be Meg Ryan.
Yeah, that's her name.
Okay, she's been in lots of good comedies. Like Sleepless in Seattle with Tom Hanks. Could that be it?
Sleepless in Seattle. No, I don't think that's it.
Let's see. She's also been in French
Kiss. That's it. That's the one.
Oh, great. Let's go find her.
Thanks.
You've had a chance to learn and practice the 3 service principles. Focus on the customer, take personal responsibility, and use good judgment. Using these service principles when everything is going right is important in building customer loyalty. What will often keep customers loyal is using the principles when things aren't going so well. Since this requires special skill and some adaptation of the principles, the next 3 modules focus on 3 challenging service scenarios: recovering from customer dissatisfaction, providing great service in busy or stressful times, and providing great service in slower times. This module explores ways to recover from customer dissatisfaction. Let's face it, no one enjoys it when things go wrong and a customer becomes dissatisfied. And yet, CSRs say that when they can quickly resolve the problem, the dissatisfied customer often becomes the store's #1 fan. It makes good business sense to settle problems and concerns. When you work hard to make things right, it's called recovery. Successful recovery can turn disappointment to delight and have an extraordinary impact on customer loyalty. CSRs often follow these steps when recovering from customer dissatisfaction. Listen and demonstrate that you want to be of help. Repeat or paraphrase your understanding of the complaint or problem. Apologize for the customer's disappointment or inconvenience. If it's a problem, explain what steps can be taken to correct the situation and keep it from happening again. Then ask for feedback. If it's a complaint, suggest ideas to help the customer cope with the situation. Then ask for feedback. Take the appropriate action and follow up. Here are 2 video examples of CSRs trying to recover from customer dissatisfaction. Each video has 2 parts. Each video example deals with a problem rather than a complaint. In video example 1A, the customer expresses dissatisfaction, but the CSR misses the opportunity to recover from it. In video example 1B, the customer again expresses dissatisfaction, but this time, the CSR recovers from it effectively. As you watch these 2 examples, keep in mind that these are situations where you do have personal authority to resolve the problem. Some situations, however, are beyond your control or authority to resolve. Examples include, but are not limited to, those involving the media, legal issues, or allegations such as racial or ethnic insensitivity. These situations should be immediately turned over to your manager on duty. Don't try to resolve these yourself. Your MOD will know where to turn for appropriate resolution.
You know, I really didn't like that video.
I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe the next one will be better.
Yeah, right. You know, I really didn't like that video.
I'm sorry to hear about that. Was there anything in particular?
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, it was the language. The bad language was a little too much for my taste.
So, you'd like to avoid movies with strong language?
Exactly.
I'm sorry it wasn't what you were looking for. Tell me more about what movies you've liked, and I'll try to make some recommendations.
Thank you. That's very nice of you.
My pleasure.
Hi, did you find everything you were looking for?
Yeah, I guess so.
Great. Ms. Johnson, were you aware that your account shows $3.50 in extended viewing fees?
No, I wasn't aware of that. And besides, that's impossible. I return everything on time.
Well, that's not what it says here. I'm looking at 2 films that were due back on the 13th and return on the 14th. Blade and American Pie.
You know something? I don't care what you're looking at. I return those movies and every other movie that I've ever rented from you guys on time.
Now, I know you think you did, but maybe you dropped them off after 12 noon. That's a really common mistake. Lots of customers...
Why do I feel like I'm being accused of something? Are you the video police? Do I have the right to remain silent? Should I call a lawyer?
Look, I'm not sure what you're getting so upset about. I'm just doing my job. We're only talking about $3.50. Some people owe a lot more than that.
You don't get it, do you? I don't believe this place.
Sundance Channel recommends section today at participating Blockbuster stores.
Hi, did you find everything you were looking for?
Yeah, I guess so.
Great. Ms. Johnson, were you aware that your account shows $3.50 in extended viewing fees?
No, I wasn't aware of that. And besides, that's impossible. I return everything on time.
Gee, I'm sorry. The computer is showing 2 films that were due back on the 13th and return on the 14th. Blade and American Pie.
I haven't the faintest idea why the computer is showing those films as overdue. I can tell you that I returned those 2 films and every other film that I've ever rented from you guys on time.
So you're saying those films were returned by 12 noon on the 13th?
I don't remember the date, but I know they were on time.
Okay. Let me credit your account for the additional rental fees. I'll do that immediately if it's okay.
Yes, please take care of that.
Okay, that's taken care of. Would this be all?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, Ms. Johnson, these are both due back in 5 days, by 12 noon on the 28th. Enjoy your movies, and again, let me apologize for the mix-up.
Thank you.
All of us have stress hot buttons that can cause us to behave in ways that have a negative impact on the quality of the service we provide. The challenge is to adapt your use of the service principles when you're busy or under pressure. Here are 2 examples of CSRs trying to provide great service in busy times. Each example has 2 parts. In example 1A, the CSR misses an opportunity to provide great service during a busy and stressful time. In example 1B, the CSR does manage to provide great service.
Hello, find everything you were looking for?
Yes, I did, thank you. I'm finally going to see the new Tom Cruise movie.
Well, I hope you enjoy it. Are you a big Tom Cruise fan?
I think he's taken on some more interesting roles lately.
I like some of his earlier stuff, too. A couple of weeks ago, I watched Top Gun on DVD and surround sound TV. Those dogfight scenes were spectacular, and the soundtrack on DVD was awesome.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Hello, find everything you were looking for?
Yes, I did, thank you. I'm finally going to see the new Tom Cruise movie.
Well, I hope you enjoy it. Excuse me just a second. Blockbuster, this is Caesar speaking. How can I help you? Great.
Hi. How's it going today?
It started out okay.
Well, when you got a good video, it's bound to get better. Take care.
My day will get better when this line starts moving.
Hi. How's it going today?
It started out fine.
How can I help you?
You can make this line move faster.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me open another register. I can take the next person.
Why is it that when customer traffic slows down, so do we? Sometimes it's tempting to view such times as downtime, a break in the action. We seem to shift from attention to at ease. But slower times let us get creative in our approaches to customer service. We get a chance to try new things and interact on a different level with customers both in the store and on the phone. Slower times present us with unique opportunities to build customer loyalty. Unlike the other video modules, these examples are not two-part ineffective effective segments. Instead, they focus on effective ways to give great service during slower times.
Hello, may I speak to Mr. Simmons? This is Perry from Blockbuster Video.
This is Mr. Simmons.
I'm calling to let you know that the tape you returned this morning was missing the video inside.
I wasn't aware of that. Are you sure?
Yes, sir. It may still be in your VCR.
You may be right. Let me check. If I find it, I'll bring it back today. If not, I'll give you a call.
Thank you, Mr. Simmons.
Hi there, good to see you again. I see you're back picking up DVDs.
Yeah, love the format.
You know, I hear that from more and more customers. How can I help you today?
I'm doing okay, thanks.
Great. You know, we recently changed the appearance of the DVD section and added new titles. Have you noticed the change?
You know, now that you mention it, I did notice there was something different.
What do you think of the change?
Well, you know, I am finding it easier to find selections. That's why I didn't ask for your help. And I'm glad you've added more titles.
That's great. I appreciate the feedback. If you do need help, I'll be right over there.
Thanks.
By using the principles you've just learned, you can help ensure the continued success of Blockbuster, one customer at a time. In other words, you can help Blockbuster not just survive, but thrive by exceeding your customers' expectations. I'm Brandy Little. Thanks for watching. Your active participation will make it a worthwhile experience not only for you, but also for the others in but also for the other people in your life around you somewhere. I got a little tongue twisted, sorry.
Pow, baby, pow.
Because we all know that no to the think about the different customers that help you each day, is what I was going to say. I mean, isn't that what the videos are supposed to say? Listen to the people, do what you're supposed to do, you know what's going on, to get it right or we'll come and we'll mess you up. No, I did it earlier. After watching the first one, decide which questions you might ask to tell the customer off. That's a good training video, right? It's just there's the one thing, you know.
Here we go.
Okay. What are you talking about? Yeah, and if I was truly being brazen, I'd be just like I was when I was a kid, walking around. All right, make the sale. At whatever cost, make the sale. Have I been clear?